What's good, YouTube? It's your boy K Flex, and I'm back here with another video. And today we're gonna talk about Tua and should the Miami Dolphins draft him at number 5. Now, real quick, I'm recording this video at 9:52 a.m. Eastern time. I know Tua hasn't announced that he's going to the draft yet. He's saving that announcement until 12 o'clock. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm so tired. I'm gonna be asleep by 12 o'clock, and I already know he's going to enter the draft. Okay. I'm just using my common sense here, and I'm going with he's going to go to the draft, okay? If I'm wrong, well, it doesn't matter because you guys would not have seen this video, okay? So, but I already pretty much know he's going to go to the draft, so I'm going to record this now. I'm going to make the thumbnail now. I'm going to edit this now, and I'm going to release it as soon as the announcement comes out. I'm going to release this video, all right? The reason why I know he's going to the draft is because it doesn't make sense for him not to, okay? Regardless, if he goes to the draft right now, it is no doubt that he's going to be a top 15 player picked, okay? Top 15, that's like at the worst, okay? He could be a top 10, top 5. I mean, honestly, he's going to be picked relatively high even with his injury. Now, if he goes back to Alabama, it just doesn't make sense because, first of all, if he goes back to Alabama, that means he's going to have to play next year, right? And that means he's going to have to rush himself back, whereas in the NFL, he could possibly sit a year. You know what I'm saying? Whatever team drafts him is not going to be rushing him. He's the quarterback of the future. They plan on having him for decades, right? The next decade at least. So, with the NFL, you can kind of sit a season. But if you go back to college in Alabama your last year, you're going to have to play. So basically, you're going to have to trust that your injury has healed by the time OTAs run around, by the time it's time for next season. Because if they don't, well, you're going to be on the bench. What's the point of that? You're going to be on the bench the whole season, hurt at Alabama, not making no money. Like it just, to me, bro, the only logical, like it doesn't make sense for him to go back to Alabama. All right. So at the end of the day, I'm making this video, and I know for a fact he's gonna go. He's entering the draft. I don't care. All right. In fact, I'm gonna upload this for 12 o'clock, and I'm uploading it anyway before he even announces it. I don't care because I know for a fact he's going to the draft. Anyways, let me get into some other stuff right fast before I get into should we draft him at 5. Because I know people want to know. Yes, I watched the Titans game. Yes, Tannehill, he won his first playoff game. Now, I didn't think Tannehill was going to win a playoff game before the Miami Dolphins won a playoff game, but I will tell you this. His 75 or 72 passing yards sure did help him win. I'm telling you, and one thing about Tannehill, he hands the ball off to Derrick Henry like no other I've ever seen, okay? He's the GOAT. And that's what y'all want to hear. You know, Tannehill fans, y'all are sensitive. Y'all would dislike my video. I know how y'all get, all right? But I will say, he hands the ball. I've never seen a quarterback hand the ball off to Derrick Henry like Tannehill did. I mean, it was just a thing of beauty. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, his 72 pass yards sure helped too, I'm sure. But anyways, there was one more thing I want to talk about. What is it? Oh, yeah, Chase Young entered the draft. So I didn't talk about that previously, but I'm talking about it now. See, when I made my video a couple of days ago, or weeks ago, when I kept saying, hey, should we draft Chase Young? Or if we get the number 2 pick, we can draft Chase Young. And my comment section was filled with Chase Young said he's not going to the draft. Chase Young, and I told y'all, Chase Young is going to the draft. I meant it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, one thing about you guys that I encourage some of you guys, stop listening to people's words. Listen to their action. You're going to get the right answer more often times than not, okay? When the guy says, right now the plan is to stay in college, but with no confidence, you could tell, like, by his actions, it was no, like, confidence in that. It was no affirmative, like, it wasn't a confidence statement that you could have took with, you know what I'm saying, 100% confidence. Put it that way. That don't even, like, if he would have said, I'm staying at Ohio State, that would have made sense, but a lot of you guys, man, y'all gotta stop listening to words. Y'all gotta listen to actions, and y'all will be right a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, sometimes you'll be wrong, because like we were making a lot of taking actions, and I thought, you know what I'm saying, we was taking, even though Brian Flores said we wasn't, and we wasn't taking. So right then I was wrong, but more likely actions will show you. I knew Chase Young would draft. That was just common sense, just like I know Tua going to draft. Anyways, now that that's out the way, let's talk about should the Dolphins draft Tua at number 5. Now, honestly, I don't know why I'm making this video because you really don't know yet. It all depends on his medicals, and even if his medicals come through, should you still do it? Let's get into it a little bit. Now, number 1, I would say personally, look, if I would have told y'all 4 months ago or however long right before he got injured, if I would have told y'all we was not gonna get the number 1 draft pick, or the number 2 draft pick, or even the number 3 draft pick, we was gonna get the number 5 draft pick, and we would still have a chance to get Tua. If I would have told y'all this 4 or 5 months ago, and I said we could still have a chance to get Tua, y'all would have smacked me silly. Y'all would have smacked me, y'all would have unfollowed, y'all would have unsub, y'all would have wanted to drag me. Y'all would have been like, are you stupid? Cause I remember, I know you guys remember too, Tua was the #1. Everybody loved Tua. Not everybody, but majority of people loved Tua. It was Tua or nobody. No Joe Burrow did not exist in nobody's minds. It was Tua or nothing, okay? It was 0-16 for Tua. Well, we didn't go 0-16. We went 4-12. We could still get Tua. And so, well, then we go 5-11. I forgot. We beat the Patriots. That kind of messed up my mind. But anyways, the injury shook up everything. And this injury, man, it's a scary injury. I will give you that because, bro, it's not a lot of football NFL players that get this kind of injury. Dislocated hip, I can only think about 3. And that's Bo Jackson, Dennis Pitta, and what is it, CJ Mosley. And only one of those guys are really like actual good player afterwards, okay? Bo Jackson, he never played again after his injury because, but Bo Jackson, like, it was back in the 90s and the healthcare was different or the advancements in health. And then you gotta think about like when Bo Jackson got his hip dislocated, he tried to like pop it back into place his damn self. Like he was being too tough, I guess. He didn't get surgery immediately. Like, Tua got surgery. It's a lot different between him and Bo Jackson. So you really can't compare him to the Bo Jackson situation. With Dennis Pitta, he was never that great. So it was like he came back off the dislocated hip and he wasn't that great, but he was never that great to begin with. CJ Mosley dislocated his hip in the BCS Bowl, and he has made 4 Pro Bowls in the NFL. He's one of the best linebackers in the league. So if it's any story that gives you hope about Tua, I guess it would be CJ Mosley, because that's how I really look at injuries. I try to see, hey, has anybody bounced back? Tua also has a lot of ankle problems, but ankle problems to me, you could definitely bounce back. Nobody thinks that you can't return from an ankle problem, but you know what I'm saying? The hip is scary because, like I said, it's not a lot of NFL players had his injury, and like I said, some NFL players did have this injury, they fell off. Some players didn't. It's CJ Mosley. But the thing about CJ Mosley is he missed majority of this season. He got put on IR this season with a groin injury. And me being the guy I am, I Google, hey, does groin have something to do with the hip? And it does. It got when you injure your groin, it could be something wrong with your hip. Like I said, I don't know if that hip injury is still bothering CJ Mosley to the point where it hurt his groin, but that's something to be concerned about. I ain't gonna lie, it's scary. So the dislocated hip, man, is scary, but at the end of the day, it's all gonna come down to Tua's transparency. How transparent is he gonna be? Now, we all know he's hurt. We all know he's dealing with a serious injury that could take a long time. He don't have to be transparent with us, the fans, but he's gonna have to be transparent with the Dolphins and Brian Flores. Obviously, us, the fans, I'm pretty sure that's against HIPAA. He don't have to tell us his medical history or his medicals. But if the Dolphins are going to make you their quarterback for the next couple decades, you have to be, or whatever team drives him, he has to be transparent about his injury. He has to put on time. He can't hide nothing, or he's going, oh, we can't draft him. Honestly, we can't draft him. If he hide anything about his medical, if it's any type of secrets, okay, obviously it's gonna be secrets to us. But if it's any type of secrets to the team, if it's anything we don't know about his hip, I would say you cannot draft him. That's simple. We need to know everything. We need to know everything his doctor know about his hip. The Dolphins need to know about his hip. Bruh. You feel me? We need to know everything that the doctor know. And if we don't know everything doctor know, we don't need to draft him. All right? And I ain't talking about Alabama team. I'm talking about an actual, just an independent doctor away from the damn Alabama. I'm talking about an independent doctor. If we know everything that he knows, and that doctor is super confident, that doctor says, hey, he's going, because they already say his prognosis is excellent, but we need multiple doctors to know this. And how he coming along will show a lot. And then if we get, excellent prognosis for most of the doctors, he starts looking good, then I would say, man, I see no issue with drafting him. But like I said, it just gotta be complete transparency. It gotta be complete transparency across the board. We gotta know what his doctors know. With that being said though, if we were to not draft him, I wouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the new offensive coordinator we got, I don't think we're gonna draft Tua, honestly, because how he, in the past has had his teams or offenses, they just been super run heavy. So I don't even think, how much do they value drafting a quarterback at 5? I don't know. But I would say, you know what I'm saying? If we pass on him, man, I will not be angry. It's not a situation where I'll be angry, because I understand why. That injury is nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that injury he got is nothing to play with. If Tua becomes a Pro Bowler, I'm not going to be angry that the Dolphins passed on him. I'm just not going to. I know a lot of people say, oh, this is a Drew Brees situation. This is a Drew Brees situation. Listen, man. I could tell you quarterbacks that hurt their shoulder and got back. Like, bro, I could look up shoulder injuries. Plenty of injuries. But this hip, man, is nothing to play with, man. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people hurt their shoulders and come back. I didn't know the hip was this serious either my damn self until I really started looking at it. I'm like, yo, this hip is nothing to play with. But like I said, it all depends on the doctor. And if we're not confident in this hip, man, whatever. We'll go another way. Go another direction. We'll get our quarterback another year, in my opinion, because I feel like we're going to be run heavy anyway. We could win with a pretty mediocre quarterback. Look at the Titans right now. But we don't need to draft the all-star, aired out quarterback like Tua because I don't even think that's going to be our offense. But if we're not confident in his prognosis, I wouldn't care we pass on him. If he ends up being an all-star Pro Bowler, I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? Unless like every team in the world knows he's gonna be okay and the Dolphins still pass on him and then he becomes then maybe I don't care. But for me, this is not the same situation as a Brees situation, because Brees' injury, his shoulder, I don't know exactly what's wrong, but plenty of quarterbacks get shoulder injuries. You know, plenty of players get shoulder injuries and come back. Oh, the hip injury, man, it's not a lot of players got. Like I said, it's a rare NFL injury. You just can't be mad if the Dolphins pass on Tua. I'm sorry. You can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you can be mad if they draft him either, but you definitely just can't be mad if they pass on him. With that injury, man, it's just not nothing. If it was just the ankles, if it was a common ass, maybe even if it was a torn ACL, Lord forbid, but I'm just saying, a more common injury where I've seen a lot of players come off of and return to good form, then it would be different. This hip ain't nothing to play with. That's all I can really say. So, if it was me, personally, I guess the answer, the title of the video is should the Dolphins draft Tua, and it's just, since I named it that, I'm gonna say in my opinion what it is, and to be quite honest with you, no, they shouldn't. And I will make another video if it come out that his hip is perfect, and they come out and they start coming out with Instagram videos of him throwing the ball, and I might change my mind. But as of right now, on January 6th, 2020, if the draft was tomorrow, I would say no, we don't know enough. But we'll figure out some more. And get a comment, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Roll to 10K on the way. It's your boy K Flexing. I'm out.